So I recently posted a video counting down 5 books that I thought were overhyped and 5 that I thought were appropriately hyped. As per the request of all of you, I'm now gonna rank 5 books that I think are criminally underhyped. First up, Main Characters by Hannah Orenstein. First of all, I love this cover. This was our book club pick back in October. I thought that this was such a fun story. Love the setting in an isolated town in the middle of Maine. It's about 2 sisters who don't necessarily know that one another exists, and they only meet after the passing of their father. Lots of twists and turns. It was very emotional. It had a nice mix of comedy, drama, and all the other good things. I really, really liked this one. Next, I have The Paper Palace by Miranda Colley Heller. I freaking love this book. I read this back in 2024. I went into this blind, really didn't know what it was about. I saw my girl Reese recommended it, and she rarely steers me wrong. This was such a relatable story. I think everybody should read it. It's a great mix of sad but like real life situation. It's just about a woman who's kind of unhappy in her marriage, and she goes on this yearly vacation with her family and someone from her childhood who she kind of always had a thing for. And it essentially follows them over the course of a one day, I believe. One day or one weekend, I don't know. Kind of get to see what unfolds with her and this man from her past and where she goes from there. Really, really love this one. Can't recommend it enough. Next up, I have Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. A lot of people seem to not really like this one. I don't hear too many people talk about it in general, but I really, really loved this. This is one of those books that I think about often. I think that this author did a phenomenal job of making each of these characters stand out. A lot of times when there's multiple main characters in a book and you get it from multiple points of view, some tend to shine more than others, as I'm sure you guys know. It did not feel this way about this book. So there's 4 sisters, one of them actually passes away, and we are seeing the 3 sisters dealing with that loss and navigating their lives and their different walks of life and career paths that they've chosen, dealing with their familial issues. It was just a super, again, relatable story, definitely shed a tear or two, and just a really, really feel-good story overall with a nice hint of sadness, because as I've said a million times, sometimes you gotta be sad, it's okay. Next up, I have The 5-Star Weekend by Miss Ellen Hildebrand. I think as a whole, Miss Ellen is criminally underrated. This is my favorite book that I've read from her. I freaking love everything about this book. Follows a group of people, not really friends. There's one main character who has this famous like food blog, and her husband passes away, and she decides to take her 5 friends from different periods of her life to get them all together for this amazing, unforgettable weekend. And that's just the beginning of the book, because so much unfolds over the course of this weekend. It was such a fun read. It felt a little bit different than a lot of Ellen's other books. It really stood out to me. It's one that I think of often, and I recently saw something that indicated there might be a TV series coming, so count me in. Lastly, I have After I Do by one of my favorites, Miss Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think a lot of